Welcome to Redesigning the Undergraduate Experience, Principles and Frameworks, Behaviors and Relationships. In the previous session, we examined how the climate and culture of the organization can influence individual and organizational performance and behavior. In this session, we will examine another aspect of promoting individual and organizational performance, the behaviors and relationships of individuals and groups. For example, research indicates that there is substantial evidence that certain teaching behaviors systematically improve students' intellectual competence. The dimensions of teaching that encourage student learning and development include: 1. Skill. The instructor has good command of the subject matter and has the ability to provide clear explanations. 2. Rapport. The instructor has empathy and is accessible and friendly towards students. 3. Structure. The instructor has the ability to plan and organize the course and make good use of class time. 4. Difficulty. The instructor is able to design the course incorporating the appropriate amount of work at an appropriate level of difficulty. And 5. Feedback. The instructor provides feedback of the quality of work and students' progress. As we strive to create a powerful or transformational undergraduate experience for students, we must consider how we can help faculty, staff, and administrators develop and practice the skills and behaviors that will promote student learning, development, retention, success, and engagement. Behavior change models are frameworks used to understand and influence human behaviors. Examples include health belief model, social cognitive theory model, theory of planned behavior, COM-B model, diffusion theory, the theory of reasoned action, self-determination theory, and trans-theoretical model. Each of these models offers different insights and tools for understanding and facilitating behavior change. Although these models can be very complicated to apply, there are some key principles program designers and change agents can utilize and apply as they design, develop, and implement campus programs, services, and organizational structures. First, in order for an individual to change their behavior, they must first know what to do. For example, an instructor must first develop the knowledge and awareness that creating a sense of community and belonging in a course can promote student learning, development, and engagement. Once an instructor has developed their knowledge and awareness, they must know how to do it. This involves helping instructors develop the skills to implement the approaches that will help to create a sense of community and belonging in their courses. A key factor that influences whether the instructor applies the new information and skills is the belief that their efforts will be successful and make a difference. Interventions at this level focus on developing confidence and increasing self-efficacy. This can be achieved by sharing success stories and offering simple, implementable ideas for creating community in the classroom. Another aspect of shaping and forming behavior is motivation. To successfully change behavior, it is essential for the individual to want to make a change. The motivation to change behavior may come from external factors such as rewards, recognition, or positive performance evaluations. The motivation to change behavior may also come from internal factors such as increased satisfaction, a feeling of a sense of purpose, enjoyment, and achievement. Most human behavior is shaped by both internal and external factors. Designers often build interventions that address both internal and external motivation. Another factor that can influence behavior change is to have role models within the organization who demonstrate and practice the desired behaviors. Role models provide examples of what the desired behavior looks like. This is especially compelling if the role model can demonstrate the behavior in the same environment or setting. Their example can show others pathways to success, which can help others develop the confidence and motivation to practice the desired behaviors. Finally, when individuals are in the process of changing their behavior, it is important to support, validate, and reinforce their efforts. Creating a climate and culture where individuals are valued and supported when they practice desired behaviors, even if they fail, is important. It is also important to create a culture where people are confronted when they demonstrate behaviors that are not aligned with the values and guiding principles of the organization. Thus, creating a powerful or transformational undergraduate experience for students may require the faculty, staff, and administrators to change their behaviors and ways of working. Campus leaders can promote and support behavior change by selecting and designing interventions that target the factors that influence individual behaviors. For example, the purpose of some interventions are to increase knowledge and awareness so that individuals are aware of the best practices or understand the need for a change. These interventions are often distributed in presentations, articles, newsletters, websites, or online tutorials or professional development days. Interventions targeting motivation and skill development are designed to help faculty, staff, and administrators develop the skills and motivation to utilize and apply best practices and relevant information to their work. Interventions designed to promote skill development are often delivered through workshops, coaching or mentoring programs, blended training programs, and summer institutes. Since health and well-being provides an important foundation to learning and performance, some interventions focus on promoting personal development and are designed to help individuals develop the habits, skills, and motivation to promote and support their health, well-being, and performance. Example interventions include health and wellness programs, employee assistance and counseling programs, career and financial planning seminars, and programs geared towards maintaining career and life balance. Thus, to create a powerful undergraduate experience for students, it is important for colleges and universities to design and offer programs that help faculty, staff, and administrators develop the knowledge, motivation, skills, habits, and behaviors that promote and support student learning, development, retention, and success. Developing and supporting individual behavior is important. However, it is also important for campus leaders to offer leadership and team development interventions that focus on helping individuals and groups develop the skills and abilities to work together more effectively. Examples include leadership development programs, workshops on organizing and leading teams, seminars describing specific planning processes and tools, and workshops focused on building competencies for different roles, such as becoming a department chair. Another area that is important to shaping and influencing behavior is community building. Community building interventions focus on building a sense of community and belonging by organizing a community around shared values, beliefs, and purposes. Examples of community building interventions include orientation and mentoring programs that help new members understand and embrace the purpose, values, and norms of behavior of the institution, organizing formal and informal social events so that members develop relationships and a sense of connection with others, establishing cultural events, rituals, and traditions to help members develop a shared organizational identity, celebrating common values and purposes, and acknowledging significant transitions by organizing award and recognition events and annual rituals such as the opening faculty staff dinner, and finally, creating comfortable and attractive spaces where members can meet and gather informally. And finally, to support and promote individual and organizational behavior and performance, it is important for leaders to focus on promoting organizational development by aligning the organizational structures and systems to the mission and goals of the institution. Examples of such practices and tools include administering organizational assessments, conducting a SWOT analysis, facilitating planning meetings and retreats, reviewing and aligning job descriptions, policies and procedures, and performance evaluations, developing and revising handbooks and updating program guidelines, and reviewing and updating websites. Thus, as faculty, staff, and leaders of academic and campus programs and services work to redesign the undergraduate experience for students, they must also consider reshaping or redesigning the work experience for faculty, staff, and administrators. Designing such interventions requires campus leaders and change agents to ask and answer the following questions. 1. What is the need or gap in performance we are trying to address? Is it limited knowledge and awareness, lack of skill, confidence, or motivation, inexperienced or poor leadership, or organizational structures that limit coordination, communication, and integration of campus program services or academic departments? 2. What type of intervention can best address this need? A presentation, workshop, community building activities, planning meeting or a retreat, or the redesign of performance expectations and job descriptions? 3. Who is the target audience? Is the intervention designed for faculty, staff, administrators, or specific departments or offices? 4. What is the goal or desired outcome for this intervention? What do we want the target audience to know, believe, be able to do, or accomplish at the completion of this intervention? And 5, who will be responsible for organizing, designing, and executing this intervention? Thus, creating a powerful or transformational undergraduate experience for students may require the faculty, staff, and administrators to change their behaviors and ways of working. Campus leaders can promote and support behavior change by selecting and designing interventions that target the factors that influence individual behaviors. In the conclusion, I will summarize the key principles identified and described in this series, Redesigning the Undergraduate Experience, Principles and Frameworks.